In today's video, I'm going to go over a free Google Sheets template I've created to track the English Premier League for the 2025-26 season. You can track the matches by week, by team, update the results, and also make predictions with your friends and calculate scores. So here's how it works. There are four main tabs: the master schedule, the team schedule, the weekly schedule, and the weekly predictions tab. So on the master schedule, I've got a list of all the matches here. So this is already downloaded and ready to go. You can make adjustments to the time zones to make sure that it shows your local time correctly if you want to. Otherwise, it's going to leave it as is, and there's going to be no adjustments made. So this is going to be the same as what's related here. You can also track individual teams. I've got a watch list here. So let's say I just want to see the matches involving certain clubs. So I can select, let's say, Arsenal. I've got all the matches involving Arsenal highlighted. But I can also track multiple teams. Let's say I also want to track Chelsea. So now I've got any matches involving either Chelsea or Arsenal highlighted. So this makes it easy if you want to just follow those specific teams. And this highlighting is also going to apply on the weekly schedule tab, which I'll go over in a little bit. And the master schedule tab is also where you're going to want to enter your scores as they come in. So let's say the first match is completed. We'll put 1-1, update the home and away score. And now this table is also going to update. So the standings will update as you enter in these values. If in the unlikely event at the end of the year, the standings are so close that you need to go to head-to-head tiebreakers, you can apply a ranking for the head-to-head tiebreakers here. But in all likelihood, the template will probably factor in all the necessary tiebreakers. It factors in goal differential and goals scored. So like I said, in an unlikely scenario where you do need head-to-head, you can do that, make those changes here. Otherwise, the table should calculate correctly based on those standings. And next tab I'm going to go over is the team schedule. So this is where you can select a team that you want to track from the drop-down. So I had the highlighting before on the master schedule tab, but this is if you just specifically want to filter for a list of games involving teams that you want to track. So here I've selected Arsenal. So I just see the full season of games for Arsenal. If I change this to another team, let's say Crystal Palace, those matches are not now updated right away. Now, the one thing to keep in mind is you don't want to make any changes on this sheet besides just making this drop-down selections. You don't want to update the scores. These are automatically going to pull in from the master schedule. So for example, that first match, Liverpool, those results come into here, so they're automatically updated. They pull from that master schedule. Now, if you accidentally type something in, you'll get a warning saying, hey, you shouldn't be editing here. If you click on OK, then it's actually going to wreck this formula because it's an array formula. And so if it doesn't have the space to fill in all the results because something's entered, then it's going to give you that error. So I'm going to hit Control Z and undo it. And once that's done, now it goes back to filling in all these fields. The next tab is the weekly schedule, and this is similar to the team schedule, except now we're specifying the week number that we want to look at. If I just want to see the matches for a specific week, I can enter the week number here, week 2, week 3, and you'll notice that highlighting that I set up on the master schedule, which is based on my watch list, that is applied here as well. So if you don't want that, you can just delete those highlights. And the same thing as on the team schedule, you don't want to make any changes onto here because, again, the only things you want to change are the value for the week number. On the weekly schedule, just like on the team schedule, you're only selecting the team. Lastly, the weekly predictions tab. So this again is pulling from that main sheet. You see the scores in here as well. So you'll get a similar warning if you're tempted to make the changes on here. So just click on cancel if that comes up. On this sheet, there are also a few extra fields relating to the scoring rules on here. So you can specify the number of points someone's going to get if they get the correct result, the correct total number of goals for a match, and if they get the exact score. Now this involves getting the home and away score correct. So let's say for this first match, we correctly predicted that it was a 1-1 draw. In this case, we get 6 points, 3 for the exact score, 2 for the total number of goals, and 1 for the correct result. Now, if we just said it was going to be a 0-0 draw, obviously we're just going to get the correct result, a draw, since we didn't get the correct total number of goals or the exact score. So this will calculate automatically based on the scoring rules that you've set here. So you can change these as you like, and it'll update on here. Now, there's space here for up to 10 players. You don't have to use them. You can delete them if you don't If you don't need them, that's going to update on the standings, and these standings will automatically update as you enter your predictions. And the predictions are going to calculate only if these actuals are updated. And again, these actuals are coming in from the master schedule template on the master schedule tab. So make the changes on there. If you make the changes on here, you're going to get that warning message again. So try to avoid doing that and just make the changes on here. So once you've got these predictions set up, the scores are going to calculate once you've got values in here, as well as these values are populated as well. And upon doing so, these points are going to be calculated, and then these total standings are going to be updated as well to reflect who did best for that particular week. So with this, you don't have to start predicting from the very start of the season. You can jump to whatever week you're in and then decide to make the predictions for that week, and then it'll update your scores just based on that individual week. The one thing you'll just want to do is clear the prediction results that you've already entered in. So that's a wrap for this video, and if you want to download it and try out this template, I'll leave a link in the description for this video, so please check it out if you're interested, and let me know of any feedback, any comments or suggestions that you have, and really hope you find it useful. And if you did like it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.